So Robin Hood is back, hurrah! The new series starts again this Saturday and the sheriff's henchmen are still terrorising Sherwood Forest.
You come when I say!
Father!
I am unhurt.
What do you want?
You're coming to the castle. Sheriff wants you where he can see you.
No, we're not! My father is frail! Release him!
You do not tell me what to do! Burn the house!
Guy, no! Please, Sir Guy.
Better. Sir Guy. Beg.
Sir Guy, please, I beg you.
Much better. But still not good enough.
Richard Armitage plays Guy of Gisborne joins me now. You're such a good baddie.
I was quite angry then, wasn't I?
You were shouting. But what good fun that must be to play that part.
It's great fun to play.
Yeah, it must
the bad
be.
guy.
It must be really, really good. Because looking at you, you're a beautiful boy. And people would automatically think, oh, romantic lead and all of that. But that must be great to get your teeth into something where you can actually be a real swine.
Yeah, I think the attraction is that you get to play all of those sides of your own character that you can't be in real life. You know, you have to be nice and polite, and I think that we all want to be a little bit naughty. So.
Oh, I think there's a baddie in all.
Yeah.
But it's good that it's just brought out in a fantasy world rather than real true life.
Get all your anger out as
exactly.
well. Exactly.
And you filmed this in Budapest, is that right?
Yes.
You filmed Robin Hood there. Of course, I can't believe this. Is this true? When you were 17, you were in Budapest and you started your career working in a circus.
Yes, that's true.
Really?
Yes.
How did that come about?
Those were the days when you needed an equity card to work. So that was my opportunity to get one. So I was shipped off for 6 weeks.
To the circus?
To the circus.
What did you do? You didn't clean out the elephants or anything, did you?
I slept very close to the elephants. You could sort of smell them in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
I was throwing hula hoops at a skateboarder and throwing juggling sticks and holding ladders. And I did actually ride on the back of an elephant and learned to backflip.
Well, that's something for the CV,
it's useful.
Isn't it? When they cast a part that requires that, you'll be there.
I'll be there.
You'll be the person doing that. That's an amazing thing to do, though, especially at that age. To actually, I mean, that's really young to leave home and to just go for it.
Yeah, this was before I'd kind of found out what I wanted to do, and I later decided to go to drama school. But that was me kind of winging it in the business, you know.
Right, and just seeing how it went, to see whether or not you liked it. I think it's great. I really do. What was the first big job?
The first big job for me, I think, was the Royal Shakespeare Company. That was after drama school.
Right.
So that was a long contract, and it was a big, prestigious.
But that's fantastic. That's when you really learn.
Yeah.
Don't you?
Yeah.
You really do.
Was,
you could be found out.
Yeah.
If you can't hack it, and obviously you did. But that was the big break.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
And we remember we saw you, of course, in The Vicar of Dibley.
Yes.
At Christmas time, and I have to say that was adorable. It was just don't you think it was perfect Christmas telly?
For me, it was
perfect.
It was, and the family kind of sat down together, and we really enjoyed it. But for me personally, after playing 6 months of Guy of Gisborne scowling, it was just brilliant to spend all that time laughing.
And to play a lovely book. It's a great series. It's beautiful, and one of the few things that you can actually all sit down and watch as a family.
Yes.
With everybody getting it on a different level, and that doesn't happen.
Much of that, is there?
It doesn't happen very often. It doesn't happen very often. Of course, it was North and South, I think, that really got you into people's attention, wasn't it?
Yes, that was my kind of big TV break, I think.
Exactly, and you inspired a lot of attention, particularly on the internet, but in a good way. There's lots of sites, but don't worry, there's lots of sites, I've checked them, they're fine, but it's all people just saying they wanted to see more of you.
Yes.
If you know what I mean.
What do you mean?
Just more of you in general. Just more of you in general.
No,
but that's great. I mean, that really brought you to people's attention, and you made a real impact, which is good.
I think it was a book which had been studied in schools, and people were in love with the book. And so when you realise that book for them, and it's quite faithful to that book, I think that it inspired a lot of people. And it's quite difficult with television to get feedback. Because, you know, if you do theatre, you get a curtain call at the end. With television, it's really hard to get feedback. So for me, the online forum is a way of sort of really getting in contact with fans and what they think of your work. It's really lovely. It's very complimentary. I don't read the bad stuff, obviously.
There's not a bad thing there. You don't have to worry at all. It's all good. And we saw you in Vicar of Dibley as well. I'm going mad. Miss Marple
Yes.
as well. So that
Yes.
was. Now, I suppose with a Miss Marple, it's almost like everybody has to do one. It's the law.
Yes.
And you're summoned to do one.
It is. It's a rite of passage now, but it was a fantastic cast.
That must be good to do something like that. That's got quality written all over it. You know, it looks like they actually do take a lot of care and attention with every single aspect of what they're doing.
Yes, they do, and it's a kind of an established tradition. Obviously, the Agatha Christie novels are prolific, and they really take care of it. That was really interesting for me to play a character in a wheelchair, because I'm a very physical actor, really. So to be restrained like that, it was a good challenge.
It must have been, actually. I mean, how do you do that? Do you just sort of study other people, talk to other people, or just try and think about what it's like?
To work in a chair. I mean, I didn't study any. I talked to a doctor about polio, but I basically felt what it was like to be in a chair. And actually, when we got on set for the first day, they'd forgotten to put ramps down for the wheelchair. Right. So that was really interesting.
That really brings it home, doesn't it? As to what people who use wheelchairs. You suddenly realise what it means to not be able to come into the room. I'd never really thought. I remember talking to a lady who was in a wheelchair, and I hadn't thought about it before. She was paralysed from the waist down.
Yeah.
And she said first it was by an accident, and the first time she went in the chair, of course she's got no feeling underneath. So she said it was so strange because you can't actually feel yourself sitting. And I'd never thought about that. It's just things that you don't.
Yeah, no,
if you're able-bodied, you don't think about it
until you sit there yourself.
Exactly. And we've got Robin Hood coming up Saturday at 7:30. Anything else you've got that you are doing or that you want to do? Is there a big ambition that you still want to do?
I'm taking some baby steps at the moment towards producing the story of Richard III. I'm trying to resurrect his character because
he gets a bad press.
He does, and
he wasn't that bad.
Well,
I agree with you. I'm so glad you think that.
Well, it's only been portrayed in literature, really.
Yes.
It's never actually been filmed, the true story, and we're used to Shakespeare's story. So at the moment, that's where my attention is. So hopefully that will come off the cover.
I wish you all the best with that. I really do, because I remember reading about that, and obviously, as you say, we grew up with that kind of Laurence Olivier, you know, My Kingdom for a Horse and all of that, and it apparently wasn't like that at all.
No,
not in any way. And he was actually quite a good bloke.
Yes, he was one of our best kings.
You have to do that. That
would be great. Very hard.
Well, we'll be behind you in that one.
Thank you.
Lovely to see you.
You too.
Great to see you. Really good, and good luck with Robin Hood.
Thank you.
We'll be watching on Saturday. Thank you.
Thanks very much.